Hello, America. Patrick Bush back with you again. Truck driver running for president in Southern California here. Truck driver running for president in 2020. Recap, yeah, I'm the first truck driver in U.S. history to run for president. So everybody loves it. Every truck driver wants to vote for me. I don't even have to say my platform or my ideas. They're just like, I'll vote for you. I'm like, okay. You know, they'd love to have one of their own in there, I'm sure. A lot of you would probably like to have one of your own, meaning working class guy in there too. So, anyway, so far, 10,000 people strong love the idea. Been on the radio twice. Bought a billboard. It was up on the I-10 eastbound. Just recently came down. Everybody recognized it. Had people on the highway when I took my pictures of it was pointing. I took pictures like, oh my God, there I am on the billboard. People came stopped on the highway and talked to us. You know, so it's like it's been rolling so far. Everything's been going pretty good. You know, so few things I have had a couple people comment recently about you know. You need to talk in your videos more about how you're going to help the economy and you know, the borders and things that Donald Trump and Hillary Clinton talked about. It's like, well, what more is there to say? You know, I'll do my best. I'll try and fix the healthcare system. You know, I don't have a magic wand that's going to fix all that. Neither does Donald Trump, neither does Hillary Clinton, neither does Bill Clinton, neither does George Bush, neither did Ronald Reagan. Nobody has any magic wand to fix everything. They go in there. Hopefully they have a few good implements and a few good ideas. They fix a few things, do well, keep us safe, and hopefully they don't have the next guy that comes in and destroy everything that they just built and tried to do, which more often than not usually happens. Maybe one or two things squeaks by, but anyway, but my free homes idea is really my platform. You know, that's really the main thing, because I really truly believe that, yeah, if you start giving people free homes and all they have to do is pay the property taxes or they're out, you know, and to give people that leg up in life, not pay all their bills for them, they're not on welfare. No, they just, you know, they need that extra room, that extra breathing room, you know, where they're so bogged down by finances and debt and everything in this country, where it's weighing on their chest and they can't breathe. It's basically lifted off of them for a little while so they can go, okay, and then look and see what they have and go from there, you know? So, and that's all I'm trying to do. And I think it would really work, and it would really change a lot of things in this country for the positive. I think it would change everybody's life for the positive, except for the rich, which I don't care about the rich, you know, because honestly, then a lot of them haven't helped us, you know. So, and they could, and all these rich people, they could have implemented my idea years ago and done something simple like this, and they haven't. What does that tell you? Why haven't they? Because they're not smart enough, they didn't think of it? Please. They just don't care. If half of us died in this country, they wouldn't care. You know, they wouldn't, which is strange because we're the ones making the money, so, but whatever. Anyway, I want to talk about the lottery ticket idea. This is a good idea I thought of, and it's just not a good idea, but it's a thought I had the other day, that, you know, people out there buy Mega Millions tickets and they buy Powerball tickets, you know, for the lotto, right? And the odds on winning those are like one in half a billion or 1 in 400 million or something like that on winning those jackpots or winning at all, right? So, you know, here's the thing. I was talking to a few drivers about this, and I think it's a good, valid point. You know, you go and you spend $1 on Mega Millions and $2 on Powerball tickets, right? And you buy your lottery tickets, right? And there's a lot of you that do that, a lot of lottery ticket buyers, right? So lottery ticket buyers, you might want to listen to this, right? So you go and you buy your lottery tickets and your Powerball tickets and everything like that, right? Okay. Now, the odds on those are astronomical, right? Now, there's 330 million people living in this country, roughly, let's say, right? Now, as far as me running for president, right? Voting is free. You don't have to pay to vote. You pay for your lottery tickets. You shell out your own money, right? And you're hoping for a chance of a better life. And you know it's impossible, and the odds are completely astronomical and ridiculous, right? But voting is free. Now, what are your odds with voting for me and getting a free home? Well, let's explore that. 330 million people in this country. Okay, now you have to be 21 or older to get a free home in the Forever Home system, right? Okay, 21 and over. How many people does that cut out? All the children and everyone under 21, right? So let's say it's roughly about 80 million, right? So you're still at about 250 million people, right? Take out illegal aliens. It's about 30 million, let's say, somewhere around there. 220 million, okay? All right. Then take out the people who you have to be a legal citizen, you know, and you have to. And this is a rule I came up with because I think this is a good idea. You have to have been a legal citizen in this country for 5 years. So if there's a lot of people in this country who became citizens and they've only been citizens for a year, 2 years, 3 years, they don't qualify. And that's mainly because, a lot of people have lived here a long time before you, Welcome to America. That's great. And when you get to 5 years and you're over 21, you qualify for a free home too. But there's a lot of people who have been here before you and who were born here and suffered here their whole life. And I think it would probably piss a lot of people off if we just gave homes to people who just get citizenship right when they get citizenship. Oh, you get a free home. It's like, as opposed to them. So there's got to be some type of time limit there. You have to have lived here for a certain amount of time before being qualified. I think 5 years is a good amount of time. So take all the people out that are citizens who've only been citizens 5 years or less. So you're down to 220, let's say 200 million, right? At the end of the day, let's say 200 million people qualify for the forever home system in the 2020 election when I'm running for president, right? Okay. So that means that if you vote for me, right, you have a 1 in 200 million chance of getting a free home. Okay? So 1 in 200 million chance. And that doesn't cut out, so let's say 200 million because you're going to cut out three other groups of people that do not qualify for the free home system, which everyone out there in this country, I can't imagine anyone would argue with me on this or have anything to say bad about it at all. Murderers, rapists, and pedophiles. Every other criminal, if you got out of prison, this and that, you qualify. But those three, I'm sorry, I'm not giving a free home to a murderer, a rapist, or a pedophile. Sorry, you don't qualify, ever. I don't care how old you are, what. Yeah, I can do that. So, especially if it's my own money. So, go to hell, really. And how can anybody out there argue with me? Really. All of you people listening to these videos and watching this, wouldn't you agree? Wouldn't you, if it was your money and you were being altruistic and nice to people and helping people get free homes and turn the country around, would you really want to help them? Murderers, rapists, and pedophiles? Probably not, right? And let's be honest, the murderers, rapists, and pedophiles out there, they'd probably agree too. They'd probably be like, well, yeah, I am kind of a scumbag. I guess I don't really deserve that. Like, how could they argue with that? Say how could they say I deserve a free home? You know what I mean? So it's just, they don't qualify. So, and some people would say, oh, well, you're excluding. Well, yeah, if you're going to exclude anybody, ever in your life from a program like this, wouldn't those three really be the ones that you exclude, really? I mean, if you were a drug dealer, you stole a car or something like that, maybe you turn your life around, but those three, you got bad enough to the point where you raped and you took advantage of children and you murdered people. It takes something up here to do those kinds of things, and it's like, you're not normal. And I'm sorry, that's the way I feel. It's the way I see it. A lot of other people in this country feel and see it the same way. So anyway, so you have 200 million people in this country that are eligible for the free home system when I'm running, right? So you have a 1 in 200 million chance. Now, let's say you're married, right? And your wife or your husband, right, qualifies too, right? That doubles your odds. That means that because you're going to live with them, right? You're living in the same household, right, with your kids, or if you're planning on having kids or your newlyweds or whatever, right? So what does that mean? Or your fiance even, or your girlfriend. What does that mean? That means you just doubled your odds. That means you have a 1 in 100 million chance of getting a free home. Think about that. And maybe you have a tight family, Maybe you already have relatives living with you. Your brother and your sister's family is living with you or something, right? So how much more does that increase all of your odds of getting a free home? Maybe you're all renting right now and then you're sharing rooms and stuff. I've talked to a lot of people about that recently, and I haven't done that, but I can imagine it's got to suck, Really, it's got to just really suck to just live in somebody else's house and pay them rent for like a room or two. Like, that sucks. So, but let's say, you're, all helping each other, which is good, and, you got 5 people in a house. Well, that's five people. That improves your odds that much more, because if one of you gets the free home, you're probably like, hey, come on, let's get out of this crappy situation and move over here, and we're all living rent and mortgage free. All right, you're not paying $400, $600, $800, $900 a month anymore, or $1,000, God only knows, So, think about that for a second. You buy your Powerball, you buy your Mega Millions, right? Spend your $1, $2, $10 on lottery tickets, and you have no hope of winning, right? Your odds are at least half better with me of getting a free home to live in. Why wouldn't you do that, right? Just a thought. But anyway, we'll talk about that more later. Until next time, take care of yourselves.